I'm here to present our first speaker. She's incredibly successful and beautiful and intelligent. Her name is Alexis Zoe. She's a master's student at Northeastern University. I won't tell you where that one is. You can choose whether it's Illinois or Boston, but you probably can figure it out from other posts. She's here to discuss her life, tell us what's been going on, and to tell us emotionally how she's feeling and what kinds of things she's doing. It'll be quite exciting, so please save your applause, or go ahead, applaud. Yay for Alexis Zoe. So, let's not make it formal, shall we? Since we all know that it's me. Okay, so what's been going on in my life? There's a lot that's been going on, as most of you know, or some of you know. I've been working 2 jobs, one at a bank, one at school, and I've been going full-time as my master's. I've actually just been asked about a potential another job, which I will find out about tomorrow, but I'm extremely excited about that, and I will probably have to figure out what I'm going to do about the 3 and see if I can maybe get rid of one. I'll probably get rid of one because the one that was offered to me is way more important to me, and it holds a special place in my heart. So what's been going on in my life? There's been tons that have been going on in my life. I don't want to bore you with my kinds of weird things, but I was actually reading the other day, and most of you know that I've chosen the thesis track in my master's program, but I was reading today about qualitative research, and it's actually a nice article entitled Telling Secrets, Revealing Lives. And essentially this article talks about the ethics of autoethnographic and ethnographic studies, which I find fascinating and is what kind of methods I use within my own research. Originally, I was going to do a research project, a thesis, on Second Life, a virtual video game. Now, not to say that these things don't affect people's lives and change things, they do. They're very crucial. And I do love the whole concept, and I have done some extensive study on it. And for me to kind of discard all that research and all that studying I've done to take up on something new, it's a big deal, and it shows how important this topic is to me. As many of you know, my mother has cancer. I don't like saying the word. I'm disgusted by the word. Quite frankly, it's something that has touched me in a way. And reading about ethics and reading about the ethics of writing about somebody who may be sick, or maybe dead, or, maybe in a town, something essentially like that, that might be a little bit ethical and have questions of ethic, made me really think about what kinds of things are important to me and my ethics behind it. And I thought about my mother, and I thought about, and this was all at work, I thought about how much I love her and how hard it is to tell people that my mother is sick, and how hard it is to fully tell them. I mean, like, I mean, there's people I've told, about my mother, and people who are very close to me, and it's a difficult thing to tell somebody, and just to the extent of how sick she really is. I've told people that she's got the cancer back where it's spread, but there's some things I choose not to share, and there's some things I do share. And I kind of want to write about my experience of being a child with a sick parent, and how that affects you emotionally, and how that affects the people around you, and how hard it is to tell people. And that's the thing I'm focusing on, is how hard it is to come out and say that. And that's actually something I want to present at a conference in San Francisco, which I'm going to submit my abstract to as soon as I can. Been very busy. So that's essentially what I've decided I want to do my thesis on, because I feel like it can help a lot of people who experience the same kinds of things that I'm going through, who are even younger than me. And I feel like it can really change things in the research world, and perhaps there's more research on that I haven't found. I haven't really fully researched it yet, but my gut instinct is that it's going to be different, it's going to add something, and it's going to be important, because it's very important to me. And it's really hard being a young girl, thinking to herself in future terms, oh, my mother may not be there when I get married, my mother may not be there when I have children, she may not be able to see all those beautiful things that I want her to see and I want her to share, and the things that she would be so proud of. And it breaks my heart, and it's hard to talk about. But when I go, I'm young, and I don't have a boyfriend, I'm single, And when I go out on dates, it's kind of like something I want to say, but I don't want to say, because it's very hard to say that to somebody. You know, I mean, obviously I wouldn't say it on the first date because that's just creepy and weird, but it's hard if you've been dating somebody for an extended period of time, or have gone on a few dates with, and it's a huge part of my life. It makes up a huge part of who I am, and it explains why I still live at home, and it explains why I live in an apartment building with my parents, not just at home. And these things can be quite embarrassing, but truth be told, it's kind of essential for me right now. And it's not very understood, and people can't understand why I'm not on my own and all that, but it's something that I wish I could say to people, but I can't. So that's essentially why I'm going to do the research. It's kind of like to help people be able to cope with it, and to help people be able to talk about it, and see what kind of methods that they can use to do so. So instead of boring you the rest of the time with my research, we'll talk about something more intriguing. Let's go, why don't we be some, I don't know, pirates, arg. We can be pirates for a day, how's that? Or, you know, I'm actually going to be a cowboy soon, because I will be going to New Mexico. And I'm extremely excited, and that kind of explains the getup, the whole turquoise-ish getup. I'm going to New Mexico to present my research on Second Life and sexuality, and I'm extremely excited about it because it talks about feminist research and female empowerment, which we need more of. Because ladies, you guys let the men control your life. Your first mistake. Don't ever let a man define who you are. Be yourself and be somebody independent of that man. It's very important. Maybe that's why I'm still single. I don't know. But you know what? It really doesn't matter to me, because I'm going to be something someday. And as long as I have myself and my friends and the people who care about me most, that's all that really matters. So I'm super excited to go because I love turquoise jewelry. And I'm going to buy myself like a new ring or some more turquoise stuff, maybe some sterling silver. And New Mexico is vegetarian friendly. They have tons of vegetarian restaurants. So because I'm going the weekend of Valentine's Day, I'm going to spoil myself. I'm going to be my own Valentine. Why not? Why didn't we make up this concept? If you're single on Valentine's Day, be your own Valentine. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to eat all the vegetarian food. I'm going to buy myself jewelry. And when I come back on Sunday and it's Valentine's Day, I can be happy and say, wow, I'm so excited. Look at all this stuff I got. I'm so good to myself. I rock. And then I have something to match my wonderful purse that I just bought. It's Kathy Van Zeeland. I know it goes great with the accessories. And my matching wallet. So I'm super excited about that. It's something that I've always wanted to do, you know, just go and present my research and have it out there and be able to be a real life, feel like a real life scholar, because I'm not a real life scholar yet. So that's what I'm going to be doing in New Mexico, and I'm super excited. And just a quick tidbit on Valentine's Day. You know, it used to really bug me, and I used to always be single on Valentine's Day, and this year for some reason it really doesn't bug me. You know, honestly, when you date and date and date and you don't find somebody, and it's just a redundant process. It becomes a process. That's exactly what it becomes. And you become so exhausted with the process that you just think to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to see what happens, and whatever happens, happens. I don't care anymore. And when you start not caring, it's kind of depressing, but essentially you can't care. You have to kind of just let your life ride out. You know, see what happens. Life is too short to not. Anyways, this post was kind of depressing and exciting at the same time because you found out some pretty neat information. But I will probably be making posts more often because I know that people bitched about me last time when I didn't make posts. So when I do have time, even though I really don't have much time, I will be. I'm off to do homework now. But till then, toodles.